Hello everybody, thank you so much for watching this video. We're going to be going over how to navigate Xbox clubs. I already showed you how to create a club. I'm going to add that link to the comments, and also on the description is going to be right there. Alrighty, let's see if we can get to this. Alrighty, so you already created your club, right? So now you want to learn how to navigate it. So what you're going to do is basically you go to the club section and you open it up. It's going to show you right there all the clubs that you actually have accepted a request or have created the club. They're going to show up right there. Now the main thing about this is that you have to remember that clubs take time to grow. So what I'm going to show you is different clubs that I have right now that are pretty much at different states. So a good idea to, get a club to start growing is picking a game that hasn't come out yet that is going to be quite popular. Like for instance, I picked Far Cry 5. It already has 10 members, and I pretty much don't do anything. I don't really open this at all, because Far Cry 5 doesn't come out until February 27th. And I do believe that today is January 23rd. So I'm going to be making a lot of how-to videos and using the strategy guide and all this cool stuff for this club. But at the moment, I just have it there in the back burner. So anybody that joins is actually being sent back or getting an invite to my main club. Another good idea is to pick a topic like roleplay. I made this club like about a week ago. It has 19 members. It's still starting, and it's fairly new. It hasn't been out even for a week. But basically in this club, we go over a couple of things that you can do to improve your roleplay, because not everybody knows how to roleplay. So this club is dedicated solely to teaching people how to do RP. So this isn't a good example of one thing that you can do or a topic that you can pick to make it grow. So for this next club, I went with 100% roleplay. Notice that the club picture, that the background picture really match the theme. Also another thing that really helps out is putting it on the pin. Putting information on that pin that may entice other gamers to join. Also displaying the games, displaying the text is also very important. But to be honest, one of the main things that people do is that they scroll all the way down to the About This Club. So you need to make sure that the description right there is so appealing to gamers that they feel compelled to join. Also, if their buddies are in the club, that really helps out as well. And if you want your club to really start growing, you need to hit up the activity feed. You need to make sure that gamers are engaging in the activity feed, that they're sharing their clips, their achievements, and all this cool stuff that they do in their games. Because at the end of the day, you need to make sure that you understand that clubs without members are nothing. So if people are not posting on your activity feed, then you have a big problem, and you need to send messages to people or post yourself things that may encourage other people to actually use the activity feed. And you're going to see that soon enough people are going to start picking it up, and people are going to pretty much help you grow the club just by using the activity feed. Another powerful tool is the message of the day. I like to put my RP schedule, my gaming schedule, so that way other club members don't have to guess when I'm going to be on. So that way they know that if I'm going to be playing at a certain time, they know there's going to be RP at those times. Now another thing that, just like the activity feed, is encouraging people to actually use the chat. So when people are actually using your chat, you make sure that you're engaging with them, but you get them to interact with one another. So that way they can add themselves as friends, and they can actually, go a little bit beyond and start making their own RP sessions. So that way, there's always activity in your club. Another really cool feature is the watch tab on the clubs. It actually shows you the gamers that are broadcasting through your club. That doesn't mean that they actually go to the club and start broadcasting. No, it's actually a lot simpler than that. You start broadcasting from your mixer, and automatically any club that you actually belong to, it'll display what you're actually broadcasting. So it's a really cool tool. So that way when you're actually doing your gameplay, make sure to broadcast your gameplay, so that way other gamers see what you're all about. Alright, so make sure to use the broadcast. The next one right here is, well, this one is pretty simple. It's the roster. I really like to open up the roster to check who's been there. It shows you who's been there, who's been there 10 minutes, 30 minutes today. Shows you all the members. But one of the coolest things about this is that, you know, you have access to the profiles of every single gamer. You can open that up, you can add them as a friend, send them message, send them invites, and all this other cool stuff, and keep gamers updated and engaging with the club. Now, if you're a club owner, you're going to have access to the Manage tab. On the Manage tab, you're going to have all the options that you need, from language, the region, delete or transfer ownership. There's also who can join or who can invite people to the club, or also another cool feature is that when you set the parties to club members only, normally people tend to invite their friends to the club so that way they can be in the party as well. So that's a helpful tool. As a club owner, you're also going to have access to the reports. The members and the admins tab is actually pretty cool. This is where you're going to manage your members. If you want to promote somebody to an admin, this is where you're going to do it, right here. You can remove the member, you can remove or ban from the club, but you can also promote somebody to an admin so they can have a little bit more power and help you out. Now, here is where you manage your club invites, the people that requested an invite to your club. The cool thing about this is that you're going to be able to open up their profile, be able to see their gamer score, how many friends, and all this other stuff, or whatever information they have available about them. So that way you're going to be able to make a decision on whether or not you want to accept them in the club. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you found this information useful, please share it with a friend. Make sure that you hit the like. If you have any questions or you have anything to add, please make sure that you use the comment box. Alrighty guys, please subscribe. I'll see you next time.